Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets which you can download in US letter or A4 to accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best be prepared for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time come exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated, and please do share out the videos. And now we're going to press on with question 5 to begin with of the grade 4 2019 practice papers. That's paper S. So if you turn with me to page 26, we can make a start on this together. Do have a go of this on your own first of all, though. It's always better to learn by your mistakes. Always work in pencil. Then it doesn't matter if you go wrong, you can just erase it and have another go. And so we're going to be just looking at this melody here, but first of all we need to describe the time signature. We need to decide if it's simple or compound. Simple divides into groups of 2. Compound divides into groups of 3, and then we need to say whether there are 2, 3 or 4 beats per bar, duple, triple or quadruple. So let's see what we've got here. We've got 9/8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 groups of 3. So we're in compound time and it's triple. So we're in compound time and it's triple. And now that helps us to answer this next part of the question. We couldn't properly beam or group the notes until we know the time that we are working in, because we need to reflect each new beat in the way that we start each new beam. The new beam represents the start of a new beat, and when we've written it out properly beamed, you'll be able to see how much easier it is for the performer to play, being able to see exactly where each new beat falls nice and easily. So we're going to reflect these 3 groups of 3 quaver 8th note beats. So we have 1 beat here, half of the quaver beat again. With this semi-quaver, the 16th note gives us beat 2, there's beat 3, so they will need to be beamed together. So let's do the thinking first. 1, 2, 3, they will be beamed together, and then 1, 2, 3, no beaming required because we can't beam, otherwise we'll change that time value. So here is a half of a quaver beat, half of a 8th note, which with this dot here gives us 1 beat. Here's the next beat, and then here's the next beat. So it's this, but just the other way around. There's beat 1. Now then, these form a quaver beat, but we can't beam those to this, so these will just have to be beamed together. And there's the second beat, we don't join that on, and then here these form the second part of the last part of the third beat of the bar, so we just beam those 2 together. So 1, 2, 3, no beaming required there, and that's why this is tied, because there's beat 1 and then we need to show the second beat separately. They'll be beamed, no beaming required there. Now 2 semi-quavers give us a quaver, 2 16th note give us an 8th note, 1, 2, 3, so all of those will be beamed together, and then 1, there's beat the second quaver, the second 8th note, and then with these 2 half as much again and the semi-quaver finish that beat. 1, 2, 3. If you want to look at the maths of that a bit closer, you could just diagram each one of these out. So let's do that here. So let's look at a quaver beat. here, here's a quaver beat which we will divide, and we can see there is half and there is half again, so you can see that they add up to the next beat there. So then that's the thinking done, and now we're going to just get the note heads in place. I'm going to get the note heads in place first just because I'm going to have to make some decisions about which way the stems will go if I'm going to be joining things together, and I just want to think of one thing at a time. And also, if I keep everything nicely aligned, I know I'm not going to lose track of where I am. I've got enough to be thinking about. And also I know that everything is going to fit nicely in the bar, properly spaced. So if I just follow their note heads, then I'll be free. Just once I've got the framework down, it's like getting all the nuts and bolts in place really. So nearly there. We've done all the thinking now. This is just sort of mapping it out. So then, I can beam these together, use a ruler. That's a semiquave, so I need to show that with a little tail there. These can all come down, they're all below the middle line. Sorry, the stems go up because they're below the middle line. Set that backwards then. These can go up. So this one needs an extra line, but you don't continue it, otherwise that makes that into a semiquave, just that note there. So these two won't be joined to this one, and these two won't be joined to this one. There we go. So tie that. Now these three can be beamed. And then last little bit. Now here we're going to have to decide which way the stem's going to go, because this is the deciding line whether the stems go up. This should come down. This should come down. However, that's only one step away. That's only like that's a third, that's a second, whereas this one is even further. So kind of this one needs it most, even though numerically there's more of those. This one outvotes, because this one needs the stem to go up much more urgently than these two here, if that makes sense. So it kind of wins the vote for the greatest need, being the furthest away from the middle line. There we go, so there's semiquavers. Now then here, that one could go either way. This one should go up, this one should go down, so it's a 50-50 split. I'm going to go with stems down. There we go. And that's that completed. And if you just look at that now, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, that's so much easier for the performer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Much easier for the performer to read. So let's press on to the next question. So now we just need to name these notes. So we're going to have to watch out which clef we're in, and we're going to have to just be careful with counting the ledger lines. So we're in the treble clef to begin with. They've started us off here, and the line's every good boy, B flat. So they've written the word in full, not used the symbol, so we shall continue to do that following their example. Now we can do this in two ways. We can either count down the octave, 1, always counting the given note as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, space line, space line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us to this D. Every good boy deserves an octave higher. So we know that it's D and it's sharp. So you could do that, or alternatively, if you wanted to, you could start from familiar territory. Every good boy deserves football, F, G, A, B, C, D, and just count it up that way. So then here we're in the alto clef. This is middle C, so that's our starting point. So let's just bring this down an octave first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're here. This is more familiar territory. If we count from C, C, D, E, F, it's an F flat. And so now let's count this up an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takes us one step above the middle C, so we know that's a D, an octave lower, and it's a D double sharp. So we're in the bass clef now, and we're way off the map here, so let's just jump it up an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us to this bottom line, which was G, good boys deserve, and so on. So we know that it's a G sharp. And then let's count. Now here, this is middle C. If you remember, middle C is at the top of the bass, bottom of the treble, meeting in the middle. So top of the bass, so C, D, E double flat. Alternatively, you could count down your octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which takes you to here. All cows eat, E double flat, an octave higher. So there we go. That's that question completed. We'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope that you're enjoying getting to grips with the subject. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated, and please do share out the videos, and also please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available there to help you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.